212, 225. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the vlog. I am in the Purosangue heading down to Clark Speedway. It is a Friday. Normally I won't do this drive, but it's a very important weekend. We are going to be seeing the first in the Philippines, first time it's happening, that Ferrari race cars are in Clark Speedway. It's the first time for us to host a regional Ferrari event. There are 488 challenge cars I used to race, and they are the Evo version, obviously with the updates, but we have roughly about 10 cars on track, and we have been granted special access to see the setup day. Today is nothing but a dinner tonight, and then tomorrow we have a chance to drive the Dodici cilindri on track. We have a 10 a.m. slot, and then after that I have to come back on Sunday so that we can drive the 488 challenge on track for time attack. My speculation, the time of the 488 could be 56 on slicks if the tires are new. So it just depends on what the setup is for the Evo, but excited to see the cars. It's been a minute since I've seen these 488 Challenge Evos. My last race was in Monza when I had a humongous crash and I decided to quit racing altogether. And I'm also breaking the Purosangue in. We have the car on cruise control now. Cars on distance sensing. The traffic is very slow, hence why I'm on cruise control. We're here on the track and they are setting up, so cool that we get to see this. That is the Dodici cilindri that was at the showroom, and look at that, the setup is so cool. These are the 488 Evos and the Dodici cilindri. Sachi's here. Okay, right here we have a 296 Spider or GTS, and then the Dodici cilindri. Nice to finally see it in the sunlight, and I do love the shape of the car. They're setting up now, so we'll try not to get in their way. Waving to people. Apparently, but it's been ages since I've been near a 488, and this has the Evo body kit. The Evo body kit is essentially an updated front bumper, and then they do have these side flicks now on the side mirror which help guide air. That's new. That wasn't on my car yet. The wheels are still the same. I have those wheels sitting in the garage, and this looks like it's running rain tires, and love the color combo. So in the interior, the steering wheel has been changed, and you have the square steering wheel now. Even this is new. This rear intake was not there before, but exciting to see these cars run tomorrow. I'm really curious what time. Did any of them run na? Did they test?
Not yet.
None?
Not yet.
Wow.
We're just unloading.
So it's just catching up with Andreas, who's been with Ferrari Asia Pacific for as long as I can remember, and I wanted to take a closer look at the Dodici cilindri, but they have covered it up because it is getting cleaned, and uh-oh, there's a cat crawling underneath. But this is so surreal to see the setup, just like my old racing days. The Passion Ferrari Club Challenge signs are new in terms of the name, but the look is the same. Long ago, when I joined the 488 Challenge series, there was only one series. You could join the race and then be in a group of cars. There was Asia Pacific, there was US, and there was Europe. And then now, with the advent of the 296, you can actually join sort of a time attack, which is you on the track alone, safe and not being damaged by other cars. And then you still have the chance to join the 296 into the race. So that's why why you see in the signage they have the Club Challenge. The Club Challenge, from what I understand, is a chance for you to set a good time on track. And then they have awarding also, and then they bring your car everywhere so that you can participate in random events. Ferrari will look at the tracks and invite the guests. And it's a good way to experience the cars. And I really wanted to get back into racing, but the schedule to be committed to race all the races are crazy, the budget, and then sometimes I don't want to go to a certain country and it was required to do it, so I didn't do it. When I was in the 4-day challenge series, I joined 2 years of it, one in Asia Pacific with these guys, and then one in the US with the team of Giacomo, who is Ferrari Beverly Hills, and both years were amazing. I'm sort of in touch still with a lot of drivers from both races, and I made some amazing friends. But what's more memorable is when I won in Mugello, my first place in Mugello, and that was surreal. And seeing these cars, it's so surreal. I just found out one of our instructors, Cristiano Colombo, is still with the program, and I'm going to message him, especially this year when we go to Monza for F1. I heard they're still unloading cars, so maybe we can go and see that. That's Andreas. Tonight's dinner will be up there. The other cars here, these are from Singapore. So apparently they're not yet race drivers who own these cars. They just want to experience racing and experience Ferrari. And what an interesting time it is that you can just buy a car and jump in a series and not have to worry about crashing into other cars. That was the biggest issue I had when racing with the series, that other drivers were just reckless and wanting to crash into other cars. Wow. This is from Korea, Forza Motor Korea. Alright, while they are setting up, I'm gonna go to the hotel and check in first because we're gonna be back here tonight and I want to be fresh. And they just pulled out a green Dodici cilindri. Look at this baby. That is a nice color. I think this is the launch spec. Another car coming out of the container. Nice without the door. It's easy to get in and out the container. Andiamo. And the door goes on. I miss it. I genuinely do. 1000%. But we're gonna go check in now and come back for dinner. I won't film dinner just for the privacy of everyone, but I will update you guys tomorrow when we test drive the Dodici cilindri. I wonder which color we're going to get. Excited to hear that car. Even if the car has been silenced out with the OPF filters and the extreme catalyst for the Euro 7, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure it still screams. And with an aftermarket exhaust, I'm sure it will sound like heaven. If heaven sounds like a screaming banshee. Interesting. Then we go through the stairwell. This is the holding area for the week. Just like any Ferrari event, they have a suite. And then dinner is al fresco. This is the hangout lounge tomorrow. I love how they dress it up with the 488 challenge photos. And the Evo looks so good on track. It looks so aggressive. I truly miss it. And they do this to all the passion events. They show the corners. Just parked the Purosangue beside so I can get some shots. But excited to see these cars on track and see the challenge cars on track. But driving the Dodici cilindri will be the highlight for my trip. And I'm going to go to the hotel now and I'll see you guys in the morning. Young car spotters. 7,000 followers na? How old na?
30. I'm 30 years old.
And then how old? 7. Galing. How long have you been car spotting for?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Awesome. Manila car enthusiast. Nice. Okay, young car spotters. Good morning, everyone. We are going back to the racetrack. It is branded Ferrari everywhere. I was so excited. I couldn't sleep last night. As usual, normally when it's track stuff, it's very hard to get a good night's sleep. This is one for the books. Having Ferrari Regional here in the Philippines, conducting a regional Ferrari event. This is so amazing, and I can't wait to share the experience. Everything that I've seen from my previous experience with Ferrari is on point. The food, the setup, the Dodici is right there. So I just did the driver registration, signed some waivers, got my ID, now setting up my helmet, and hopefully they'll let me mount a camera on board. The sequence is after the driver's briefing explanation on the car that I am driving. There's obviously track tips and stuff upstairs given by the instructor. A driver, which is one of the Italian drivers, instructor, is going to take us around for a hot lap and explain the car and make us feel the performance of the car. And then after that, we'll switch positions and I will get to drive.
Hi.
Good morning.
GT champion in Italy. Okay. Have fun. It's a test drive.
Of course. I understand.
Thank you very much. Enjoy. See you later.
Grazie. It's a right-hand drive.
Yeah, it's also not the usual one for me. I don't know if you've driven with this one many times before on the other side, but
I have a car in Japan,
okay.
so I do drive right-hand drive.
I usually don't. It's not my favorite thing, to be honest with you.
Are you based in Italy also?
Yeah, I'm based in Italy.
Are you happy with the car as a race driver?
With this one?
See?
Of course, yes. I really like it. Of course, if you look at this car, it's a GT car. So being a GT car means that, of course, you drive more this car on the road than on the track.
Yeah.
That's normal. But it's very nice and I really like it.
I had the 812 GTS and it's heavy. On the corners, it feels heavy.
If you feel it, if you feel the car compared to like the 296, of course, we have a big difference.
Yeah. Oh, and we don't have the race seats, so...
No, you move quite a lot. So you go here through these corners, you must know already, of course, we're using cones to give you like the braking reference in some points.
Yeah.
They are very safe. Here, of course, you can go to apex or 1. That's interpretation, you know, most of the time, depending on the driver, you know.
Yes. How long have you been racing with Ferrari?
With Ferrari, I've been racing since 2022.
Wow, okay. And your GT class?
Yeah, in the Italian GT.
So the 296 GT3?
This year I'm going to race with the 296s in the GT Open in Europe. No,
Wow.
Yeah.
What driver rating are you? Silver?
Silver, yeah, silver.
Oh, wow. You must be really fast.
I try to.
Who's your gold driver?
We are 2 silver actually in the GT Open.
Oh, okay.
No, we don't have a gold one. They're like, it's like you don't have to be like mandatory with a gold driver. You can be also with a silver.
Okay, got
I'm gonna
it.
start to cool down a little bit from here, so I'm gonna slow down so we can.
This is all new asphalt.
These new Alphas, I can see the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, the curbs are quite high, so I wouldn't go over the curbs with this car.
See.
Maybe I can touch just the line, yes, the
This
flat
one, yeah.
one, yes. But I wouldn't touch too much the rest.
The steering feels quite quick for
it's quick.
a GT car.
Yes.
But is it as twitchy as the 812? The 812 very like sensitive.
This is closer to the 296, let's say, like as a steering, you know?
Okay.
Steering feeling.
I've never driven the 296.
Okay. Okay.
I don't like the V6. I'm sorry.
It's wonderful.
It's
You
wonderful.
must drive at least. You must drive before, you know? You must have a drive with that car, you know?
I should try it, eh? How do you make the aircon
Oh,
stronger?
you press this one,
Okay.
and then you manage.
So much digital now. I miss having buttons.
The buttons. So, you know, as you saw, I'm driving like very slowly, cruising around.
Yes. I understand. I just actually want to rev it till 9.5.
Yeah, easy, you know? Not going crazy.
Changing position, button exit. This should probably be my first right-hand drive
On this track.
on this track. Okay, looks clear.
Yeah.
How come we don't have the rev counter?
No, there is the steering wheel is the one without the revs. Yeah, there is not the carbon fiber.
Oh, okay.
But wait, you don't have it there?
No.
1 second. Now it's better.
Oh, there. Yes. I was like, why is there no rev counter?
You can change that.
Yeah, I'm happy that we can change the dial also.
Uh-huh. You can check the tires, yeah.
Okay, it's insane to see the red line of this car. Gearbox is very smooth. I hate being a passenger. I don't know how you do it.
It's, you know, it's my job, so I kind of used to it. Of course, if you tell me you prefer driving or staying passenger, I prefer driving, but I like also to be coaching, no passenger.
I'll be nice to you. Take it easy on the corners, because I get sick when I'm passenger.
No, don't
you
worry.
can feel the rear wheel.
I don't get sick, but you know, because it's a test drive, I wanna play easy.
Wow.
Yeah, the revs up, when you revs up, it's crazy.
And it's violent when you shift it. I love it. I can't see the arrow work. At what speed does the arrows come up?
This one, it goes automatically on, you know, it just managed by itself, you know, in general.
It's very difficult without proper seats.
Yeah, you move quite a lot.
See, the steering wheel just a little, okay. Feels a little better. And I noticed we're in sport only.
Yeah, we're gonna drive in sport, yeah.
How come?
We do the test drive activity here in sport mode, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, we cannot do that in race, yes, I know.
It's mandatory with Ferrari.
Yeah, it's mandatory with Ferrari, yes.
See, okay. Well, let's go to the main straight because I want to see that red line again. And then we'll drop it down into second gear. So 6,000 RPM. It had an exhaust.
Yeah, when you keep the revs up, you feel much more, of course, the engine. Of course, because it's a road car, you need to use it very often. Oh, we have a car behind, so yeah, it's the challenge map. You can stay left side. You can let them go.
How many percent is the gearing shorter than the 812?
First of all, you have one gear more.
Yes, 8 gears.
It gives you, of course, less. It's shorter, especially from the first to the fourth gear. It gives you much more, let's say, acceleration.
See.
Because you have the 8th gear, which in this case is working to cruise, you know.
Yeah.
So it's very good for the cruise, for the normal daily usage. Of course, when you look for the performance, you don't get basically that type of 8. So you don't use the 8th gear when you look for the performance, of course.
Of course. Going back up the gears is the best part. 212, 225.
Nice.
Sorry.
No worries, it's fine.
I have a lot of laps in this track. We're the endurance champions here.
So you know it really well.
Yeah, and I've had my fair share of accidents here too.
Ah, nice.
So,
I didn't want to do that.
Even the fastest lap time, I have it with my Radical.
The fastest of all of it, overall.
For recorded lap time.
Nice.
A Radical SR8.
Ah, nice car.
It's a handful. I'm not an aero driver, so it was very difficult me to trust aero.
Yeah, but the SR8 is a lot of power.
Yes, power to it.
I've been racing with the SR3.
Oh, okay. So you're familiar with the Radical?
Yeah. I did one season.
Have you done Le Mans?
I've done the Italian prototype championship with that car. No, I didn't do Le Mans. That's my dream.
That's everyone's dream.
Exactly.
The traction control lights up. It's so good. Oh my god, that's addicting.
Yeah, when you revs up, you really enjoy that.
That's addicting. It's so fast. And it's mesmerizing. You just want to watch how fast it goes to 9,000. Wait, is that 9.5 already? Or does it go up when you go on sport?
No, you always change at 9,500. That's a good range, you know.
Yeah.
When you see the red, you change anyway. Of course, when you switch up, when you go up in manettino positions, you go a different erogation of the engine. So you go more aggressive, let's say. It's much more, especially in acceleration. At the moment, the manettino is controlling the acceleration part of the...
Yeah, because I see the traction control.
Exactly.
Limiting our power on second gear.
So the higher you go in manettino, the less control you have. So the car is much more ready when you look for the gas pedal, you know.
Yes, but the red line doesn't change with the.
No, it doesn't.
Same.
You feel it.
Yes, even in third gear.
And then also when you bring up the manettino position, you also have a different kick from the gears changing. You know?
Oh, it shifts harder.
Yeah, it shifts harder.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's sad we can't try it.
I know.
It's like, will you get in trouble if I switched it?
Of course I will.
Oops.
Every car has its own characteristics to enjoy more in different scenarios. This one is amazing, of course. If you want to have fun on the track, you do. But at the same time, this car is amazing because you can really drive anywhere you want and enjoy the Ferrari, you know?
Yes.
The Ferrari spirit.
I agree. Here we go, last one. It is so quick. 830? Oh.
Yes. Correct.
Thank you to Ferrari for saving this engine and making it just a tad better, more special. I wonder how long this engine life is going to last.
Hopefully as long as possible, you know?
Right, yeah, because I'm sure you don't like the EV trend also.
I think everything is part of the progress, but I also think that, we are car lovers and we like to enjoy the engines, you know?
Yes. And that's why I've never driven the 296, because I was like,
but that one, to be honest with you, maybe
I should ask them now. It's like, let me try.
Because he can surprise you. I have to be honest with you.
My favorite daily driver is my 458 Spider.
Okay.
Because I like the sound.
It's amazing, yes. But the 296 is very surprising. I can tell you that.
Interesting.
100%.
I'm so happy that Ferrari introduced an 8th gear. Because on the highway,
it's amazing. It's a really good thing because you can manage that. And if you imagine the long driving, and because these cars now, the Dodici cilindri, but also the 296, they are cars that are much more comfortable, you know.
Yes.
So they give you the chance to drive the cars for much more longer time. You can go you can take long trips with the car without feeling,
tired.
Without feeling tired. And part of it is if you drive a lot, of course, also on the highway, and you want to drive in a comfort mode, so you just want to be enjoying the comfort of the car. And having the 8th gear, so keeping the car low in terms of sound when you're in 8th gear and just cruise.
Yes.
It's very important,
How come there's no more bumpy road button?
No, there is.
Oh, there is.
This here, look. You press the manettino.
Ah, interesting. Okay, you merged it in this switch. I didn't see that. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you find that one in all the new cars with the new steering wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, where's the bumpy road button? It's not like you need it. The car is comfy.
Yeah, no, but you never know. Depending on the road you're gonna face it. You might gonna need it. So, and you also have the lifting system. You manage through the bottom in there.
I wish the Purosangue had this. I don't like fiddling everything through
the central screen.
I wish that's the only thing I like.
Have you driven the Purosangue?
I have one.
Ah, you have one. Okay.
Yeah, I just got it.
But I love that car,
Oh, it's.
We ran because of course I'm following all the coaching activity with Ferrari, but I'm also following some of the test drive activities, and we did run the Purosangue experience in Fiorano.
Oh, okay.
In 2023, the whole year round. So I've driven the car for a very long time, I love it.
I have just got it. 700 kilometers. Purple, Viola, Hong Kong.
Nice.
Yes, it's right there.
Is there? I'm gonna see that. I'm
Okay.
gonna see that.
Grazie mille.
Thank you so much.
Okay, this is the gauge cluster in case you guys don't see it. All right, so initial thoughts. The engine is violent and I love it. 9,500 RPMs comes so soon and I wish there was more revs actually. Can't wait to hear it with a proper exhaust. I do love the design. I don't know why the internet hates it. It looks retro, it looks futuristic. Maybe if I'm being critical, the shape of the rear, but that's also to increase cabin space, I'm sure. They've given me an opportunity to also drive one of the 296s. Yeah, can't wait to get my hands on one of these 9,500 naturally aspirated cars. So happy that Ferrari's decided to keep this alive and make it even better. Imagine this engine started down the range already. It's a fairly old motor design, but they keep tweaking it, and 830 horsepower naturally aspirated V12 6.5 liter, rev still 9,500. That's insane. I love it. The 8-speed gearing is appreciated because on the highway you can drop down to the 8th gear, not have any drone, and then the steering is lightning quick. Even if they're saying that this isn't as lightning quick as the 812, it still feels twitchy. You could definitely feel the rear wheel steering on track, and the gear shifts are more violent now than the 812. When you get to the 9,500 RPM and shift it, even on what we're only on sport mode, we're not even on race mode. We weren't allowed to go into race mode. I guess it's supposed to be feeling the car rather than pushing the car. So we didn't set any lap times with the Dodici cilindri, but it's an amazing car. Overall, I think well done, Ferrari. It's just the contention is the price points, and I'm being called now. Jump in one of those. So it's on hybrid.
Yeah, so press the brake, long press here. We will use this mode.
Is that stock exhaust?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
And manual, right?
See.
You speak Italian? Little.
Little.
Okay.
So it's my first time to drive the 296.
Okay, so take it easy.
I
You know
have
the track?
Yes.
Okay.
I have all the other series: 458, 430, 488.
Wow.
I've never driven this because I don't like the V6, but everyone's like, try it.
You will see, it's a beast.
So this one revs till 8,500 RPM.
8,030.
8,000.
830, yes, horsepower, and 670 from the normal engine, and the other is from the electrical engine.
And all new chassis, right? Different from the older 488 series.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the turn-in. It's so much lighter than the Dodici cilindri.
You live near here?
Yes, I drive a lot on the track. We own the Endurance Championship here.
Oh, wow.
I also have the fastest lap record in the Radical.
Wow. So you have to coach me, not me coach you.
No, you're pro driver. I pay my way. I just like driving. Waiting for the tire sensors to go online.
Yeah, it's always really very important to enter with the brake, like each car. So we have the weight of the car in front.
For a stock exhaust, that sounds good. Or is it being routed inside the cabin?
Yeah. Oh.
That's really the engine.
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive.
It doesn't seem V6, right?
A little. But I'll wait to hear it on the straight. The seats are a little better with side bolster. But
this is not carbon seat.
It's
We
a-
also have the option of carbon seat. The carbon seat is more stable.
this is the comfort seat.
Yeah.
But-
This is more for the street, not for the track.
Better for long drives. Does this have 8-speed DCT also?
Yes.
Ah, so all the new cars now are 8-speed.
Yeah.
Perfecto. We love Italy so much. We travel once a year.
Really?
Yeah, this year I will watch F1 in Monza.
Wow. So you visit a lot of city in Italy?
I have a car in Frankfurt that we pick up and then we drive around Europe.
Great.
It's fast.
It's quite fast, huh?
It is fast. It picks up well, and that was just third gear. Just warming up the tires. How long have you been a driver with Ferrari?
With Ferrari, it is my 6 years.
Oh wow.
And now I am 37 and I start race when I was 8. So
Really? Yeah, that's why you're professional. I think I started racing at 14.
it's not bad, eh?
Definitely feels more sporty than the Dodici. Wow, when it gets to the higher RPMs, you feel the surge of power.
Yeah.
Okay, I must say, it's very different to the older chassis. It feels so nimble.
Yeah, you know, here with the electrical engine, we always have the power, always. Even with low RPM, we always have the power.
Yes. And then something about 7 to red line, you feel extra.
Yeah.
The sound though?
Can be better. It's not V12, but it's not bad.
It's not bad. Hear it with the window down. Okay, this is second gear. Red line, red line. Then wind noise. Okay, I must admit. I think I was wrong. 8 gears. And can we go into EV mode?
Hybrid or full electric?
Full electric. That's so crazy. This is full electric mode.
No sound.
Zero sound. So when you're crawling through a village, going through your neighborhood, you don't need to wake anyone up. That is insane.
Okay.
So the doors.
Center button? Okay.
Amazing. Stupefacente.
Good.
There's the graphic. I think my first impressions of the 296 were completely wrong. That's a fun car. The Dodici I would take on long drives to the farm, to Baguio, to even further distances. The 296 I'd take here to the track. It is intense in how much power it has. We're not even on race mode and it is pulling like a freight train. The wheelbase is so short that it quickly turns in. Because it's brake-by-wire, you don't have to exert so much pressure to slow the car down. There's no rear wheel steering and it still points like a dart. And I thought it was going to sound bad. It's not a V8, but it doesn't sound that bad. You can still tell it is a V6, but with the surge of power, with how it handles, what behavior characteristics that you get from the steering wheel, the feedback, the electronic power steering wheel, it sort of makes up for the lack of the extra 2-cylinder. So that's my comments on the 296. I don't feel the weight. In the corners, it feels nimble. Obviously, we weren't pushing 10/10s. I didn't set a lap time also. I just wanted to feel the car. I've never driven it. As much as it's an older model already in sense there, They have the GTS already, and pretty soon they're going to have the version Speciale of this car. Styling wise, I do like it. Took me a while to get used to the styling cues, but overall it is very Ferrari. New platform, new carbon tub, new stiffness level. Michelin tires are pretty good on track. This Rosso Corsa Red is beautiful. Sound wise, I thought they were piping sounds into the cabin, but I was wrong. Their sound is organic. This is the cabin for the 296 GTB. For my height, 5'11", with my helmet, I was hitting the roof, but I did have the intake on my helmet. This is the design language for all the new Ferraris. It has this vent system, and everything is controlled through the new touchpad system. So something you have to get used to. Just need a few days. Open the engine bonnet here. Ooh, I can feel the heat coming out of the vent. This is the low mount V6 twin turbo engine. How many liters? 3.5 liters? 2.9?
2.996. Almost 3 liters.
At pulls for a 2.9. It's not even a 3 liter.
Turbo.
Damn. So 2.9 liters of Ferrari power, and then all the orange cables are all the hybridization, and we drove in on full EV. While we're here, let's check the boot space. Okay. The SF90 has very poor boot space. What does this have? Oh wow, that is decent. Okay, that's a bigger boot. The 296 is way more practical than the SF90. It's probably faster in some senses. The only problem is this isn't a four-wheel drive, unlike the SF90 where the electric motors power the front wheels. That's why you don't have space in this area. With the SF90, you can barely sit inside. You probably have like the flat spot gone. This car is looking more appealing every minute I study it. It's been one of those cars that I didn't want to look at, I didn't want to drive, because I thought it wouldn't fit in the range of cars that I currently own. Okay, if I was going to summarize this weekend, definitely the long drive cruiser car and then the super sport track weapon probably decimate a lot of supercars on the road. There's one reason they call it the baby LaFerrari or the baby SF90. It's because it pulls so hard and it's so good. Alright guys, I'm here now with Luis Gono. He just came from the Ford 8 Challenge car, and what are your thoughts with this weekend and how you drove the Challenge car?
Well, number one, we aren't so used to driving cars with any real aero here in the Philippines. So the first 2 laps were me riding shotgun with the pro driver. I believe he's an endurance driver for the Ferrari factory team. And I was surprised the way he took the lines. They were still different.
Yes.
Like at this point, we would think that we've seen it all.
We know everything.
We don't. So it was very refreshing to see that, oh, there's still more. You can still do more. And especially when the car is built differently like this.
Yes, proper track car, right?
The driving style really changes.
What did you time today?
So he did, his first lap was a 1:57.3.
With you in it?
Yeah, with me in it.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and him still figuring out the course.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he was saying he could see himself in the 55s easily.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I predicted at 56 for these cars, but I guess for the pro driver.
Yeah.
And then, do you like the car, or are you getting into the 296 Challenge car?
Let's see, but then definitely this car's really powerful. Like, we're taking the corners that are low speed, third gear, 3,000 RPM. You give it like 30-40% throttle,
Yes.
and you're sideways.
Yeah.
Even with full slicks that are in optimal temps.
They were saying something like these tires don't like turning and gripping at the same time, like accelerating and turning. So you're either coasting the turns so that you're not putting extra side lateral load. That was the explanation to me before. I don't know if they've changed the compound of the tires, but are you driving anything else today?
No, that's it for me today, I would say overall it was a great experience. Like very eye-opening.
Yeah.
There's still so much more to do with the cars, and it keeps me motivated to continue pushing for my own time attack projects.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, what time attack projects are you working on?
Basically my Yaris.
Okay,
That's my
yeah.
favorite car.
Okay, here comes the Dodici cilindri, main straight. F yeah. Rev cut, baby. The sound of the 488 is different and I miss it. I miss the sound. I can't wait to hear the flyby. I'm gonna get a few more before I head off back to the city. Here comes the Dodici cilindri again. Here comes the 488 Evo challenge car. Looking mighty fast. So the morning half is about the experiential program, which means driving the road cars and testing the 488 Challenge Evo. In the afternoon, the event will be more geared towards the 488 Challenge Evo drivers, which means there won't be any testing. Tomorrow, I will be back on track and they're going to reverse the order. The 488 Challenge Evo drivers will start in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we have testing. So I'm slotted for 4 p.m. tomorrow because that's the only slot I got. I signed on really late because of the event happening tomorrow, which is Sports Cars for a Cause. But on that note, I'm gonna go now, have some lunch, head back to the city, do some things, and then come back tomorrow. That sounds so good. And here comes the 488 Evo, pushing hard, getting off track. From BGC back to Clark Speedway so we can do the last session for the 488 Challenge Evo. Alright, got a Ferrari towel, registered now, going down to change into my race suit, and then we're gonna jump in the car. They were so gracious enough to make sure that we were last so that we get a clear track, and I'm pretty excited to jump in this car. I feel rested, got some good shut-eye in the car also. Back here in Clark Speedway, Yuha, my teammate from the Endurance, is now going out testing the 488. It's so nice, there's no one else on track. Optimum. Just the weather's just a tad hot, but should be fine in the turbo car. Coming out from the main straight. Andiamo! Wow, deep inside, braking up the hill. I need to stay calm. Enjoy. This is just about enjoyment, not about breaking records. The problem with my session is that Yuha's gone through the tires, which means I don't know how good the life cycle is for the tires. So that's the only downside with being the last on track. Even if I have a clear track, I might have well-used tires already that have been heat cycled many times. But whatever, today's just for fun. And getting back into this car, I haven't driven this car when they did the Evo package upgrade, so excited to see how it feels. Still can't remember how my old car behaved. It looks so prim and proper. I can't believe these cars are at Clark Speedway. So it looks like it's a cool down lap already. Let's go in. Andreas, the big boss, running the show now.
All right. Jesus.
¿Cómo está?
Huh?
¿Cómo está?
Fantastic. It's weird because you have to brake, but it doesn't like trail braking too much.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you know the car.
Well, I know the behavior where it's hard on the brake and then coast.
and then coast.
Yeah.
But then you have to judge how fast you let go. You can't kind of
Yeah, you can't
adjust
pop it
the
also.
speed into the corner. You just have to know what the speed is when you let go of the brake. It is hard the first time you do it, but I'm sure with some time.
I know, but we don't have much time.
We don't have
laps?
much time.
How many laps did they give you?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. It all just went by. It was great.
Not enough.
Not enough. 2 minutes, 0.3.
With the-
That's 2 minutes, 0.3. Ooh. Something like that.
5 more seconds.
Okay. Grazie. Wow.
All right.
Wow, I miss it so much.
We have to test the 296 challenge.
The tires are so old.
Tires are, yeah,
Yes,
they're gone.
complaining with Luca Corradini.
Grazie, grazie. My GoPro fell.
It's a
That's how much.
we're real racing driver. Always the car's fault.
That's how much the G-force. My GoPro was like, what?
Oh my God.
Fell
Like-
out, huh?
Sorry, not filming.
What was the
Wow.
time?
Huh?
Did it have a time?
I think 201. What is?
201.
Look like a 201
Told me 201.
201. Nice.
Fantastic.
on these tires.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
fantastic. Nice one, Ange.
But even he was saying the setup of the car is for safe.
For safety,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I buy new tires?
There's a stack over there. The whole container.
It's like 2 more laps.
Two more laps, new tires.
New tires, new bags.
Go looking for new tires somewhere.
I miss it.
Yeah. I can tell by your face.
After a while, it's like, oh, you drive. I miss it. Thank you.
Very well.
Come back. We wait for you.
I know. That's it. It is the end of the day, and the engineers are going over the data. Yuha beat my time doing a 2-minute flat, 2:69, but I did a 2:01, and the tires were old. But it's not an excuse. Although I did enjoy the car, I do miss it, and we'll see. We'll see if I end up in a 296 challenge car to do some time attack around Asia Pacific again. The boys have been so nice. The Passione program and the test drives have been amazing. Velocità really pulled this one out. Even the regional office, I think, is happy with the setup. They're packing up now, and I'm just glad that this happened and I was able to participate and join and bring you guys the coverage. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog with this car. Sadly, my GoPro fell while we were driving the car, so we don't have any onboard that is fast.